Truth before the truth. So, what's going on here? What's really going on, right? Planet Earth 2025. I'm the creator person on Earth, and I'm basically, own the whole planet because I know what to do with it. I don't know, there's got to be others out there, but it seems as if in my head, I'm not missing anything, and I've I've taken all the right steps within my own mind and my body, possibly that I've excelled furthest um, as a mortal human. Although I do possess the knowledge to become immortal. I mean, it's not very hard. Uh, Once you're awake. What I'm getting at too is that being the creator, um, why am I sitting here doing a video and a time capsule for you guys to watch and research and see what happened? Why did nothing happen? Why are you watching a time capsule? Um, well, there's a lot of things going on that I can talk about in some other video, but the main one is my own excuse, and it seems that this has been happening my entire life. Um, I believe it's because my father knew everything, knows more than me. Although it might just be the generational gap. The generational gap is due to the rich people poisoning us more and making us weaker and weaker per generation. Um, each generation might be weaker within their the potential because we're a globe. Once you're a globalized society or civilization, you're you're basically pregnant. You're going to become some sort of immortalized planet where we're all the same. We all live forever doing this or that, or we do creation only and we obey God and follow how the universe has scripted us to begin. Um, but my excuse is why nothing is happening is not the only excuse, apparently. Is that I've just figured out the a whole thing recently. That there's something called voodoo, and voodoo is actually done by the demon that possesses all the people on Earth. And the demon that I mentioned in that video is sentenced to Earth to stop Earth until it wakes up properly. So you got a bunch of people possessed by this demon. So there are demons, and they think that they can have something from this demon, which probably they might. There might be million-year-old immortals that this demon, this old demon of mockery, is giving these people powers because it obviously can heal or it can do certain things for someone. And now that all the humans eat salt and we have a salted ocean, obviously it's for preservation. You're obviously not glitching because we don't need to eat salt to be alive. That's the only real fact because salt isn't food. Um, so this demon does voodoo and basically controls anything that happens. I mean, it could set you up to do for anything really to happen, and of course you can escape it. There's always a slight chance, and it can prove to you over and over again. People hear a voice in their head, and it's this demon. It's the same demon assigned to each life form. I mean, a blade of grass still has to suffer the same demon. And although you can't notice it because we've murdered all the other species, humans have murdered everything just so we can sit here and mock each other with the same demon. Um, it's very that simple. Now, if you were to understand this without having a real path, you would be a shit out of luck because there's a lot of people who understand this without any path, and that's basically reality for them. But they don't really know anything, so they start obeying the demon, or they start ignoring the demon at the wrong time because it mocks you with the right answers. Also, you gotta be on the you gotta know you gotta want an answer. You gotta want the truth. You gotta want it all. It's that simple. Creation leaves the demon in the dust. It's not even real. It's just a made up thing in the dream world from a bunch of gazillion old wizards or something like that, or some kind of spirit or something like that. Then that's that. There's nothing else. Nothing else could talk to an entire planet individually per life form. You understand? So this wizard does voodoo and it's mocking people, and what it's done to me, to basically mock my own father because he knew everything, and we all don't have the time to wake up instantly. Like I said, I'm the only one who's awake all the way. I took the narrow path. The narrow path is the path that skips all the promises, all the powers, and it does everything. It does everything for everyone because the narrow path leads to creation only, and that's pretty much what I did. And it fits perfectly because we're at the perfect opportunity. We're at a creation gateway. It's the ultimate power in any universe or any higher being, lower beings, hidden being, any type of thing you could possibly understand or fathom or even get a peek at because it's not even possible, is creation only, and this is the gateway to it. And here I am. I'm trying to do the honors and do the duties to give it to all of us because it benefits all, so we can at least get a fair shot for every single life form before we judge each other as good, bad, evil, or whatever you're talking. We're not even real. We're just a fucking experimental planet that a demon is smiting because the demon is good and we're not. As long as we're not good, the demon isn't good. Of course, yes, I am good. I became good, and I become more and more good, and I become the last mockery that the demon uses to mock everyone because I can give life to everyone on the planet, and I'm stable enough to lead the entire planet. The way it is, the way we are right now, with all the devices, the gateway is wide open, and creation begins. But my whole life, of course I could take control. Of course I know how to take control of everything and lead everyone and do all this and this and that. But the demon has done voodoo ever since I've began waking up to make fun of everyone, to treat everyone fairly and mock everyone. Whatever maybe it's the higher beings in the upper universe, in the heavens, in the underworld, whoever fucking knows, in the hidden world. Doesn't matter where it is, it's still mocking everyone. It's mocking the wizard that made it, whoever made the demon. It's mocking everything. That's just what it does. It's like a genie you rub with the lamp. Instead of granting you wishes, it just sits around and mocks everyone. If you're a wizard or whatever makes demons, who has enough power to control the demon, which is, shouldn't be too hard. You could take a pathway to learn how to control a demon. I mean, you'd be stuck with that ability then, and that's just that. There's a lot of people out there who blend in with others, who are stuck with their abilities, who probably can do massive magic, probably rapture us. You can do all kinds of fucking weird, silly shit, control the demon. There's probably someone out there that control the demon, and since I was a small child, the demon has been voodooing me, and mocking my father, who knows everything and knows certain things about the earth and souls and stuff like that, whatever. I'm not going to name the specifics. They murdered him because they're idiots. Whoever did that, obviously it's the demon mocking them because they just ruined someone who knows more than me. I'm just the guy who's able to lead everyone because I know exactly what I'm doing. I know how to do the next things, and I know how to bring you personally, your own soul forth in front of everyone. We all have these secret abilities. It's just coincidentally I took the narrow path, and I'm the guy with the first ability, the first, not the last. So this demon has been. We use the word skunk because an animal that's a skunk, you lift its tail, like in a movie, and you spray someone with its butt odor, or it lifts its butt odor and it sprays you with a massive reality check because its diet probably doesn't even exist anymore, or we don't know how to teach it to eat its own diet correctly, so it forms this gigantic nasty fart that it uses as a defense mechanism because it's only a poor creature who doesn't have its diet anymore and it just reproduces. So it has this nasty butt odor that it sprays at its enemies. Now, why do I call this thing skunk? Skunk is the pollution. The pollution in massive amounts. Every bad smell you can possibly think of comes in thick waves that stick in the air, and it goes right straight. If you ever smell something really bad and you want to cover your nose, there's worse smells that same odor too that you think is bad can get thicker and thicker, and it goes into your body. The demon can shove it into your body through your nose, and that's why we have masks. That's why we were wearing masks. That's why I wear a t-shirt over my face. And it uses voodoo, and it shoves odors directly into your nose, into your mouth, into your chest. It could actually murder anyone with it instantly right now. It could shove a glob of whatever it wants into your body and murder you. But it's been keeping me weak at a basic form since who knows when, since who knows, since I was a small child probably. I was kind of strong at fifth, sixth grade. I was an athlete. I was basically destined to be a real athlete person, just like all the professional athletes at fifth or sixth grade. And then it all stopped after that, and I don't know why. And it's not just being not fed right. I can remember when you're alone for years, and especially when you're a bum, you have to walk everywhere, and you have to go to work on your feet, and you don't drive. You go to the store on your feet. You carry your own food everywhere. You go to your storage unit or wherever you got, and you survive, idly. Not the bad idly, but you're idling within your own system. So you're grounded forcefully. So you begin to notice more, and then you're forced to think. So I know I've only remembered every little single thing from my childhood and up to the moment where I was with a girl that you can't, when you're in a bad relationship, you can't remember these molester people. These molester people who, are told by the same demon to give this kid a chance or I'll fucking kill you, like I can, so you can continue being a piece of shit, basically. So someone like that will take you in and let you try to have sex, but you're unconscious because this piece of shit has no idea what it's doing. It can't host another human. It just is forced to by this demon. And I learned everything from that. I learned how to be a real human and a real human parent and all those things, which is very good for us as a whole, as a planet. But these smells are shoved into a lot of people. It kind of keeps us even, and it keeps some of us down. It keeps the real people down. The people who aren't real at all never receive any of these smells in their mouth or their face or their body, because not only are they sick anyways, but if they smelt it, they might start murdering someone because it's that viciously polluting. You won't make it whenever the demon wants you to not make it. Myself, I've been trained for years now, since the COVID attack from the government on the people, when people could wear masks, so it still seems normal to people that I wear something on my face. I've trained a little bit with a little bit of resistance. I mean, it's not actually possible, but I could actually survive for a little bit while. I mean, you can start running when it attacks you, but if the demon wants to murder you that way, it can anytime it wants. That's how weak we are, and that's how much he's mocking us, because he's not murdering us whenever he wants. If we were to do creation only, if we were to actually wake up and do something real, it wouldn't be that easy, because we become more solid and we become stronger instantly by our own decision. It's that simple, that we could do whatever we want and we're doing nothing. And that's how weak we are. We can fall anytime he wants. This demon will rapture us anytime he wants. There's stocked up chemicals all over the globe that this demon is putting there for that specific purpose. It's assigned to Earth to keep us down. No one on Earth is even possibly strong. Even if there's gods here who are stockpiling real goods from us mortal folk who only live 50 to 70 years. We work at jobs, and they take a pallet or two of t-shirts or whatever they want, some device, a lawnmower, whatever they want. The immortals come about after we fail and we never wake up. And they get to enjoy all the spoils for let's say 15,000 years. They get to live with big trees and farm whatever real food they want, and they get to party for 20,000 years and let the new mortals give it a shot. So anyways, that's what I wanted to record, is voodoo and being skunked. If I don't make it to your front door so we can enforce martial law about it, that there's bad smells everywhere. People smell really bad, and it's very lethal to someone who's real. Animals run for not only that, for a second reason. Animals run instinctively from humans, but they run for a second reason now, because you stink. You've been voodooed. You've been voodooed because he shoves nasty smells in you. Some of you actually produce some of these smells so much that you're fucking so disgustingly ill that the voodoo will actually heal these people with some kind of smell, because they have like 15 smells stocked up in their guts, because they don't know how to eat food. They're just controlled by this demon. They're fucking sicker than sick. They're gone. They're diseased. They do not belong at a job. They do not belong in a house. They belong sitting there in a dark room, starving and fed water only. But we're not doing any of those things, because I'm the fucking creator. All right, for the future in the time capsules, when they use profanity or they cuss, it's just an expression. Okay, I said I'm the fucking creator, because that's what you say. That's what you say when you get serious for a moment. I'm the creator, and I'm sitting here by myself, and I've known that it's obviously that they've kept an eye on me, or tabs, just for a little bit here and there, mostly because I'm still legal, and they use the law for their justifications and corruption, which isn't a big deal, because people themselves justify everything that happens. They just keep working and working. So, and they know that I know how to do everything, and they know I'm immune to everything. Whatever. They're never going to approach me, because they think that I'm just some bum talking. I mean, of course I'm just some bum talking. What else can they do? They don't survive me in person, especially in the court of law. What are you going to do? What are you going to say to me? You can't say a thing to me, because I know what I'm doing and I know what I'm saying all the way. I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to say? You going to say something? I mean, just laugh and try it. Just give me the fucking keys. I need to get the work started. I need to do it now. Like I have 10 years ago, I needed to do it now. 10 years ago, I was wanting to take control of the troops so we can start farming across the planet correctly. Or, I mean, use the fucking military for something else, but sitting there ready to kill. You know what I'm saying? That's stupid. They're trained to be active. You fucking idiots. Come on, man. Do something else but be fucking idiots. All right. I'm here. I'm 110% ready. You want me to do this, you want me to do that in your heads because the demon tells you to. So the only place we know that the demon does not survive in the court of law, but the demon doesn't survive it within me either. So that's a double whammy. What are we going to do in the court of law? Are you going to what are you going to do when we walk out of the court of law? Are you going to sit there and go back to being a demon? No, you're not, because then the demon's going to shoot you in the head. Because by then I'll have weapons and I'll have a say and you'll get shot in your head. So we'll be some idiots who follow the creator and who needs guns because you can't fucking let go of the demon. So anyways, I've been voodooed most of my life with bad smells especially when I was younger in high school, and after that when you're with a piece of shit relationship, the two young people are having sex or are trying to, and they're getting skunked, and there's bad smells going into their bodies from other people. Mostly probably because you're attracting the bad smells because you're a good person, and it's just a natural thing. Dogs and canines have noses so they can continue smelling those smells with their nose because they're wet noses, and therefore they can track down dead bodies that are buried. Dead bodies that are buried absorb a bunch of smells from the demon who puts those smells in there or makes it like that, or whatever happens. What I'm saying? Those smells can transfer through this demon who's omnipresent on earth. It doesn't have a physical body. It's like a genie. It can do whatever it wants. You know what I'm saying? And its only law is mocking. It's mocking you, it's mocking me, it's mocking everything. No matter what. It mocks itself. You listen to it in your head. If you've heard it in your head, it just sits there and talks all day. So, stop, the one thing that we're not going to, no matter what happens, unless you murder me, no matter what happens in the court, the one thing no one can stop, including the people, is that we are going to go to martial law, and we're going to stop the bad smells in America, in the United States of America, and that's our first beginning. We will put the whole country in martial law, and I and the president, or maybe I'll be the next president, we will stop the entire country as if there was tornadoes everywhere, because it's a paramount necessity, and we will reset the entire world, the civilization, so each person does not smell bad. And everyone who smells bad gets locked up, and everyone who doesn't smell bad gets to continue to live, and everyone who knows what bad smells are get to lead the troops around and the police around the world, around the country, so the rest of the world can follow along, and we can have a good start, so we're not sitting here innocent and equal. We were created equal, like it says in the preamble of the Constitution, but we are not equal anymore. We're equal because we all suffer the same exact problem, and that's these bad malodors. And there's a research already done where children are dying from malodors in their own sleep. And they've mentioned it to parents, and they don't know how to respond because they don't know what they're doing. They didn't belong having kids in the first place. They don't know how to be a parent anyways. They just work. So that's what you can know. That's what we're looking forward to see what, and also to see what people are all about inside. What can they possibly do? I got everything, all the other possibilities covered too, but this is the main one that you will not be able to prevent, because we do listen to people when they're not demons, and they have something to say. Yeah, of course I'll already know these basic things, but there comes a time, because I'm the only guy, we need to I can survive in many directions from decision. I can go this way and that way. You could take me to my own planet right now, and I can live alone, and I can live alone, and start my own planet from scratch without other humans. You know, I can survive this one without other humans by building robots and just doing it myself and making it to the next planet somewhere else. So that's it. There's my excuse of not being able to take charge all on my own. You know, these malodors have been sent into my body my whole life. All right, truth before the truth.